What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy V here. Listen, I know some of these cards talk about like yesterday, but the difference between yesterday and today in the prices are insane. Like, really insane. These card prices like Power Tool Dragon, which I just covered less than 24 hours ago, has spiked phenomenally. You see over here the $23 market price. You see the price trend showing stabilization, but his ass is coming already around $79 for Ghost Rare Power Tool Dragon. $79. And the page bombs out around 100. There's all ones of each of these. Power Tool Dragon evidently is the replacement for Ancient Fairy Dragon. I don't know, but what I do know is that this card price has spiked. Now listen, you don't have to go crazy and get a Ghost Red Power Tool Dragon like I'm going to do. You can get the cheaper ones. Raging Battle Power Tool Dragon still selling for like $2 in the market price. The collector secret rares dirt cheap, and you still got comments, but you really secret 53 secret rares, spy secret. They're like $1. Who gives a fuck? That's the ones you want to buy. So you don't have to go crazy for Power Tool Dragon. But if you wanted to, no big deal, buddy. Just about $78 for Power Tool Dragon Ghost Rare, the card that came out in what, Raging Battle. It's a Blackwing set. Okay, up next, Solemn Strike. I know another card I covered. I said, hey guys, this card's going up in value. At the time, we originally saw Solemn Strike hover around like $48 to $52. And when I covered it yesterday, it was at $58. And I said, listen, this card is a card seeing play and seeing value. And it's going to increase and see more play and see more value throughout the meta. All the decks are using them, and the decks we'll be using them up until Nationals. So the highest version of Strike is obviously the Ultimate Rare, which came out in OTS Tournament Pack 4. Stores can't buy these anymore. They don't have access to buy. Because I'm only allow certain OTS packs can be bought. Unfortunately, stores cannot buy OTS Tournament Pack 4. Since they can't buy OTS Tournament Pack 4, we saw this card spike in value, going in around $79. Now, the weird thing about this is, if you look at it over here, guys, not just the prices, but look over here, there's threes. There's just places all over the place. And this guy has one, because evidently he sold it. But look how fast this card's moving. This card is hitting some crazy dumb numbers, higher than it did when it originally came out. $79 for a Solemn Strike. Let's say it's 80, even it up. Times 3, that's $240 for a playset Solemn Strike. Now, if you're like me, I like to run 2 strikes, a warning, a judgment. It's maybe slide the judgment out. Really, 2 strikes and a warning. To me, that's more important. But $78, $79 nevertheless for a card that was yesterday $58. The card's price spike of $20 in less than 24 hours. Skyscrapers, we'll talk about later on. Skyscraper Ultimate Rare, holding a $15 market price. Price is showing stabilization. When you look over here, though, it's $18 for one, $18 for another one. Fuck moderated played. It's $110 for this card. So I don't know. I still feel like Yu-Gi-Oh collectors are out there, and they moved from the regular Yu-Gi-Oh set into now GX. I don't know any other way to see how this could happen. I don't know any other way to see. I mean, GX cards are kind of go up in value, sort of, kind of, possibly, but it's getting more and more noticeable as time goes on. And I think Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is the next thing collectors are going to be going after. And the GX cards are the cards that the hard to get ones, like Ultimate Rare Skyscraper First Edition, is the one that Yu-Gi-Oh! Collectors are going to want in the collection. I could be wrong, but seeing this and other cards as well, it's as clear as day that collectors have just sucked up everything from Yu-Gi-Oh! And now moving to GX. Kind of weird to see. Up next is Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries. Once again, I know I talked about it yesterday, guys, but I really want to hit you hard on this one because it's making moves. It was around $7 for the Shining Victory ones over here, and they're starting to go up a little bit just for unlimited. But when we look at the first edition ones, they're moving up a little bit as well. And you can see over here in price runs, even the movement happened. First edition ones are going for about $9. Once again, yeah, they're about 7s, which is almost near the price trends, well, which was originally around 6, by the way. But now they're hitting $9 for original print Shining Victories, Ghost Reaper, and Winter Cherries. And the reason they're hitting the high price makes perfect sense. I mean, think about it. You could slow out Sky Strikers. You fuck up Gokis by hitting a Firewall Dragon. Ultra Guys, slow them down. Spyros hit Double Helix. This card is starting to become more and more of a necessary card. And the meta, if these 4 decks maintain being the top decks of the meta, this card might replace Ghost Ogre in the main deck, and we might be seeing Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries be the main deck card. The only question is it going to go higher? Is it going to keep moving up higher in the price point? Yeah, once again, you got the Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries that was in the Legendary Collection Kaiba, which was like $4, and now we're looking over here, guys, and showing to be around $8, roughly, oddly enough. Only 14 price points, $5 market price. And we still got the Megaton ones, which are still around $8. But the original print is hitting 9, and it's going to go higher. And last time we saw this happen without the Legendary Collection Kaiba, the 2017 Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries was around 15s, and the original print from Shining Victories was around 20s. So if you want to know which one to buy, spend an extra dollar, get the original print first edition, because if it does hit that $20 price point again, it'll hit at 20, and this will be at 15s. Hopefully you still have yours already. Up next, Fossil Knight Pachycephalo. I always like to throw a card in that like I really do like and that nobody looks at, and if you and it's just trade bait because a lot of people just throw it in there buying it because it's a secret rare. It came out Line Destruction, horror, and I don't know. It's something I always like to zoom in on because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players underprice Fossil Knight Pachycephalo. When you look at the market price of Fossil Knight Pachycephalo, which I love saying its name by the way, Fossil Knight Pachycephalo. Try to say it 3 times fast, very hard. Fossil Knight Pachycephalo is roughly around 8,000 the market price. Price is showing it moving up a little bit and then stabilizing, but when you really go to check it out, it's around $16. And when you go to first edition, it's almost near $20 for Fossil Knight Pachycephalo. That's a man. I want to change my name to Pachycephalo. All right, you got the original printing from Dual Saga, which is like $1. You got them collector's tins, which is like 40 cents. But if you go to your locals, maybe tomorrow, whenever you go to your locals, and someone has this in their binder just chilling, you got free money in the binder that they're gonna undervalue. Especially look at the market price and see it around 7. They might even cut you a deal on it, so you might be able to get it a lot cheaper. And this is still a great card. Now, is it a good card today? No, of course not. It's a good card tomorrow? No, I don't think so. Probably won't be a good card for, let's say, for a year or two. But due to the fact that it's just its market price is undervalued, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players out there don't know the real value of this card. They'll undervalue it on purpose just to get it off their binder, so you can put a different card on there. And it's going for, as you just saw before, a nice amount of cash. So let's talk about Infinite Impermanence again. I constantly talk about this card, but I constantly am just blown away how fast this card is moving. It's moving at an insanely fast ratio. It's an $84 market price. Price is showing increasing in value. When you go over here, guys, it's hitting near 85s. Now, after this one sells for $85, Infinite Impermanence is at $90. Let me put that into perspective for you guys. In Maximum Crisis, when Ash Blossom came out, it was around $90 to $95 for Ash Blossom. Nobody disagreed with that price. Everyone said, yeah, of course it did. It's an amazing card. It has 3 effects, and or insanely good how it stops. It makes perfect sense. So when you look at Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, nobody really cared about paying $90 for it, or cracking in boxes, which is great. It made perfect sense for this card to be at its high price. It just sounded correct. But then when you have Infinite Impermanence, this fucking card, at $90, that does not do nowhere near as good as Ash Blossom, that's when I think there's an issue going on. Now, it could be a couple of things. Yu-Gi-Oh players could be looking at Infinite Impermanence and saying, well, Sky Striker, some in OCD, some of them kind of play 2. Alter guys definitely play 3 of these. Some play 2, but once they get a 3rd, they'll probably play it. It's good. I need to play it. Good Alter guys make Infinite Impermanence, stop my opponent's effect, go into multi-faker with a bop, with a bounce bop, whatever the fuck it is. Pretty good cards. Right, but it's nowhere near as good as Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. And the fact that it's $90 is pretty insane. And I think this card's price deserves to be at $40. The reason why it's high, though, is because Infinite Impermanence was the secret rare that's hard to get. You know, Konami, the short print secret rare that we don't get short prints, but if we had a short print and had a card choose in Flame Destruction, it would probably be Infinite Impermanence. Well, this is why this card price is hard to get. This is why this card price is so high. This is the only reason why this card price is high. It's because it's a shorter, secret rare that's even harder to get. You're not hearing stories of people cracking 2 Infinite Impermanence. It's just not happening. And that's why this card has a high price. And that's why Ash Blossom, which should be added, these prices should be swapped. It should be swapped, but it's not. It's because of this. Now, could there be some kid right now commenting on the bottom of this video saying, well, V, you're wrong. I pulled 2 Infinite Impermanence. Oh, yeah, you and your girlfriend Carmel Electra, and you drove away in a Ford. Dodge Charger, and you had a good. Shut the fuck up. It's not something that's common. It's not something that's common, and that's why this card price is at its high price point. I think its price will decline. I don't think it's a question of if, but when. And I think it'll decline soon. So I just want to throw it out there for you guys. But looking at it right now, it's about $90. So Galaxy Soldiers on the card that's really spiked up in value. It was around wasn't it like 6s? I think when it first came out in Battle's Legends World Superstars after WoW dropped down to 6s and then spiked up near $10 and now it's starting to come down from its $10 price point. You see market price show over here, $10.56 and it's like $9.78. Battle Edge Adventure slowly going down, but not really. The reason this card's so high in value is because people are looking to play Cybernetic Horizon post Nationals. The reason this card hasn't went down because everyone's holding on to their Galaxy Soldiers. Here's the deal though. Let's say Cybernetic Horizon does come out. Let's say it's a really good set. If it comes out during the off season, during the season that we don't have regionals, it means nothing. But if it comes out in the beginning of regional season, then it's important. Then Guy's Soldier might actually go higher in value. Here's a fun fact though. It doesn't matter though. It only matters after nationals. And right now a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are caring about nationals. So that's why this card price is kind of not really doing much. It could go up high and it could not go up high, but until after nationals, why even hold this card in your bind? I would just sell it. My personal opinion. Up next, a little by obedience. So I had a buddy. I did a live stream. I'm doing a live stream right now, and this is the night before you're watching this video. But I had a buddy say, "Hey man, talk about Letter by Beans and how good it is against Spyros." It's not bad. You just gotta pay 2,000 life points though, and you gotta play the mirror match. So in my opinion, this card most likely will be a good side deck card at best. It is a very relatively cheap card, and I think everyone in Mother has it. I mean, you got a War 13, little War 13, but kept going to be more wars. So I still think it's a good card. But the problem is you're paying 2,000 life points to get a combo off. And on Bricks Your Hand, game 2, but you still got to worry about other cards. You know, like Ash Blossom, and if you get your monster hit to the field, maybe he'll hit you with a $90 infinite permanence. Who knows? But it's not a bad card, but I don't think it's necessarily a card that you can main deck. Up next, Elemental Hero Dreadmaster. I just want to tell you about how crazy Yu-Gi-Oh players are. Hero players and the offshoot renegade squadron of hero players known as Destiny Hero players. You know, see a card that's Destiny Hero Dreadmaster, just like $6. Price showing saying it went down and stabilized, but no it didn't. It's like $35 fucking dollars, and then let you play $38, and you want a near mint. Why would you want it? But hero players out there want their near mints. It's at $45. Just want to throw it out there, hero players, and the renegade squadron that you guys need to work on. Like if you're a hero player and you got a group of hero players, and one guy says, "I'm a Destiny Hero player," kick him in the nuts firmly and say, "Get your shit together, Phil." Okay, I'm next. Let's talk about Nightmares for a quick second. Nightmare Corruptor Blee is another card that's really high in value. Most Nightmare players only need one if they're playing any variants of this card in the deck. I personally don't like this card, but I probably need to get one myself eventually. Card's around $45, and it's really high in value. And everyone thought the Nightmares, meaning Unicorn and Griffin, were going to be the chase cards. They weren't going to be the hard, you know, the Konami short print, but not short print because we don't short print cards. But if we did with short print cards, it would be these two, Infinite Promise and Nightmare Corruptor Ilblee. You know, that kind of thing. That's why we're seeing Nightmare Corruptor Ilblee be a high value, because there's only 16 prices on the market. Everyone didn't need them for a sneak preview. Everyone didn't need them for a while. And now that the meta shifting, people are starting to see that they might need this. I don't like this. I'm not playing this in my deck, but we're seeing Yu-Gi-Oh players shift towards playing this card. And being the fact that it's a short print but not a short print, we're seeing it have a high price point. Nobody's playing 2 of these. Nobody's playing 3 of these fucking cards. The reason this card price is a high price point is because Konami short prints, but don't worry about it. If you actually Konami Europe, no big deal. None of damn business. The Nightmares. Talk about Nightmares for a quick second, because supposedly I heard a rumor that Gemini players in the Gemini Facebook group are trying to utilize Nightmares and then utilize FTK with Nightmares in a Gem Night. This is a rumor right now. It's not, 100%. Well, with that said, let's look at Nightmares for a quick second, because these cards should be the money cards. These cards should be the cards that everyone's going for. Not Blee, not Infinite Permanence. It should be these cards. Every Yu-Gi-Oh player that plays competitive Yu-Gi-Oh needs a playset of one of these. At least, some might need 2 goblins, which will show its price point in a little while. The reason why it's not high is because it's easy to get. It's easy to get. Remember, once again, everyone needs one of these, including one of these. But why is this 45 and why are these 26s? Because that's, and this isn't. This is easy to pull, and these are probably the easier secret rares to get. And that's what we're seeing these be 13. Card Rush has 13. How many Card Rush have over here? Can we just see real quick? Will it show? Will it load? TCG player. Card Rush has, we'll just choose them out of nowhere. They have 4 of these. They have 4 of these at almost $49, $48.90. And when you look at the other ones over here, I just showed you, they have 13. So obviously we know it's the easier secret rare to get. And that's why, even though in my opinion, I think if Konami wanted to short print and really fuck the market, or really make Yu-Gi-Oh players buy more packs, but in turn fuck the market, it would be Griffin and Unicorn with the cards I would have short printed. Because knowing that the meta is shifting, knowing that Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to want to play Nightmares, this would have been the smart move to do. But Konami. But looking at the price points, they're currently around $26, almost near $27. So Unicorn's going up in value. It's not holding that $25 price point it was holding a couple of days ago. It's going up in value. Griffin doing the same thing. It's starting to move back up in value. Goblin was 10, and this motherfucker is 12. Is this a hard to get ultra rare too? Are they doing the same thing with ultra rares? It's public knowledge. Anyone knows that card? It feels like they're doing a public knowledge type thing. Some Yu-Gi-Oh players, you definitely need one as a Yu-Gi-Oh player if you're playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh looking to go to nationals, but you might want to consider playing 2. Then you got the rest of the ones that just everyone has these, and that's why they're like that. Ultra Guys, talk about Ultra Guys for a quick second. Multi-Fake is still holding its $15 price point. Ultra Guys is still going to be a deck. Everyone's going to forget about them for like a quick second, go run over the Brandish, and then go, oh shit, Ultra Guys is a deck. If you're playing Brandish, you'll quickly find that information out. I'm playing both decks. I love both decks. I might go Brandish Spirals, but that's for another video. But looking at Ultra Guys, Multi-Fake is holding a $15 price point, rightfully so. Looking at Mellowseek starting to go down in value. We're seeing a Namer for $13. We're seeing these are unlimited still. The price point is holding at 13 and change, but even the unlimiteds were 15 a couple of days ago. $15 for unlimiteds. First edition's holding even under the $15 price point. Molosseek was 15s. But mind you, I was talking about this a while ago. These cards were $4 while I was telling people to buy these. Hopefully you guys did buy a bunch of these. Marinetta's still holding that $5 price point though. I won't even get into the Star Foils and all that silly shit. You want a Concuri, by the way. It's only $1, and Star Foil is really pretty. If you are playing Concuri, which I am. But Marinetta, it's about $5. So it's holding its price point. But mostly starting to make moves. And I think some Ultra Guys players are starting to go over to Brandish. And we got to see what happens as far as the price points and moving forward. Remember the Time Maiden hype that didn't happen because that hype was shortly lived? Time Maiden, and I said I wasn't a big fan of this, and I'm kind of still not a big fan of the new Time Maiden. If you're making only a Time Maiden deck and think you're gonna win at Nationals, you're high as a fucking kite. But with that said, with the new rulings, with the new change, with the time in Yu-Gi-Oh, with the turns and that whole sequence, maybe these cards might be good. You go into game 2 or game 3, and you just fucking half your opponent's life points, and you just look at them and go, all right, bitch, deal 4K at least to me, 4,100. It's pretty good. Yu-Gi-Oh players are thinking about going to like Chain Burn or thinking about playing other cards, or maybe like Ceasefire and whatnot, which is kind of cool. But if you sign on like the Time Lords and you're in like time and like you're doing that round bullshit, just dropping this guy and just going first turn, fucking half your life, or standby, where the fuck that guy, I haven't read the card fully, just half your life points and look at your opponent and go, all right, bitch, you gotta play Yu-Gi-Oh, you gotta do at least 4,000. Let's do this shit. Like, that's kind of cool. I kind of do enjoy that. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see cards like Time Maiden, and maybe the other Time Lords go up in value. Currently, she went back down to her dollar price point, $1.30 price point. But maybe she'll come up with the releases set. Who knows? But something to definitely to consider. Ross Disciple should not be at this fucking price. $5 for Ross Disciple. Shame on you, Ross Disciple. All right, Ultra Christia. Ultra Christia market price is stabilizing around $15. Says right there, stabilizing $15 in the market price. Looking at unlimited version of this card, unlimited near mint, it's got around $20. The unlimited mint was under $20, by the way. It was probably around $15. I think I forgot how much I paid for my Ultra Christia. I have unlimited. I paid like nothing. I paid like $8, $9 for it. Now it's around $20. Let's look at first edition for the funsies. Finding a first edition Ultra Christia is like finding a unicorn that does cocaine and plays Yu-Gi-Oh. It's first edition like you played. It's around $40. In fact, after this one sells, with Ultra Christia, there's so many few first edition versions of this card left that after it sells, it goes immediately up in value. You buy one, it goes to 45. You buy the 45, you buy the one at 45, it immediately spikes to 55 and then to 60. I'm not sure about eBay 100%, but I highly doubt there's a lot on eBay as well. So why would W Helix is spiking higher and higher and higher and higher in value? $5 market price just showing it's spiking insanely high. And then when you look at it, guys, the difference from yesterday and today is also showing. It's like $7 for Spiral Double Helix. Great cherry target. That's why it's going up in high in value. Cherry goes high in value. You want to get the cherry targets, boys and girls, and that's why we're seeing Double Helix go high in value. People that want Double Helix for the spirals already got theirs. This is for cherries. Another thing is Changes Appearance. Changes Appearance spiked high in value and then shotgun down in value. This happened 2 months ago, I want to say. Maybe 3 months ago for Changes Appearance. Look at it, guys. It's showing an $8 market price. Price is showing stabilization. When you look at the unlimited version of it, near mint even, $6. Actually under the $7 market price. Now, we can talk all day long about theory about Changes Appearance. We can talk about how Changes Appearance can be searched by Liv. We can talk about how it's good against Ultra Guys. We can talk about how it's just generally as a good card. And this is the max version of it. It came on Turbo Back Booster 6. Which is a hard to get. I don't think you can't crack any Turbo Back Booster. If you're watching this video cracking packs of Turbo Back Booster 6, you got a great time machine. But nevertheless, this is still a pretty good card. And for its price point being around $6, not a bad price point. Soul Drain, another card that I'm not sure if you have, but if you don't have, you might want to pick up. Looking at Soul Train, looking at all versions of Soul Train, I said. Did I say Soul Train? Looking at all versions of Soul Drain, the super is like $1. Now, there's also came out in Return of Dose, which is rare, but these are the only 2 printings of it. Soul Drain also came out in Abstract 4, being a harder card to find. It is currently limited by a ban list, but if Konami was to unlock the limit of Soul Drain, I speculate this card price will be a little bit more worth than $1. Could be wrong, but I don't know. It's still a pretty good card. Let me read it to you guys. Activate by paying 1,000 life points. Monsters that are banished, as well as monsters in the graveyard, cannot activate the effects to start a chain. If Konami want to hurt 60 card decks, they don't have to hit grass. They just allow us to play 3 of these. That's all they need to do. You play 3 of these, and when your opponent starts doing some silly shit in the graveyard, you're just like, no, I'm gonna activate the skill drain, but for you and not me. Looking at it though, limited mints around $1.50. So if you don't have, I think I own 2 of these, I want to say. But if I would really get a playset if I was you. Now you want to R9 it, that's 100% up to you. It's a rule of 9. If you don't know what the rule of 9 is, ask around. Comment section below will probably help you guys out with that. Up next, talk about Marauding Captain, how stupidly high his card got in price. So if you guys don't know the story of Marauding Captain, let me fill you in. Jesse Cotton, a very good Yu-Gi-Oh player, played Marauding Captain because he didn't have, I think it was Junk Forward, I could be wrong, in his Goki deck. Every Yu-Gi-Oh player I saw that evidently watched the video on mute because everyone's buying the crap out of Hobby League 2 Parallel Rare Marauding Captain. For you guys don't understand, Hobby League 2 Parallel Rare is a little bit harder. The reason they're a little bit harder and a little bit thicker as a Parallel Rare, because they came out with Upper Deck. Upper Deck did this as a quick fuck you to Konami. These aren't kind of legal, but these are the gray line of legality as far as Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard. And if you had a mint condition Hobby League 2, I don't know, man. Looking at earlier Hobby League 2, let me see, just jog your memory. Heavy Storm, Cyberjar, MST, Fissure, Sangon. These are cards that were a little bit thicker. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong about Hobby League 2. And if I'm wrong, don't worry about it, because there'll be like 5 comments in the comments below saying the exact same thing, but rewording it, so in case I have like goldfish memory. But I think that this card's price is not justified, and if you have a Hobby League 2 Marauding Captain, I would highly recommend you sell this card, because if you go to regionals, you can get caught for this. And depending on the regionals, you can get in trouble for it. Now, whether it's legal or not legal as far as Big Konami, who knows? Once again, I'll predict that this is a fuck Konami. But this can get you in some shit, and definitely you don't want to do that as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. It's up to you, though. There's also the Ultra from Legacy of Darkness, and then the Legendary Collection 4 had a couple of commons, and you see it all over here, guys. But the highest version is, technically speaking, the Parallel Rare. It really is, technically speaking, the highest version, but it's a risky version. Alright, wind-ups. Let's talk about wind-ups for a quick second. When Arsenals and Myers go up in value, unlimited lightning plates coming around $7, which is around the market price, which is a little bit higher than it was a couple of months ago. I don't know why wind-ups and Myers going up in high in value. I don't know why I did say people should at least own ones, good to have, but yeah, it's starting to go up high in value. Look at the other wind-ups, though. They're going high in value. That's going high in value. That's stabilizing value. That's stabilizing value. And there's not many of these around, by the way. But more importantly, that's going to high in value. Let me explain something to you guys about wind-ups. I fucking love wind-ups. I have the whole deck core around here somewhere. But I'm not stupid enough to pay $8 for rats. I'm not dumb enough to buy Zenmites at $8 and half. The reason these card prices are high because Yu-Gi-Oh players felt like, I think Yu-Gi-Oh players thought with the ban list coming up, which already came, that wind-ups were going to get off the ban list. And if wind-ups got the ban list, maybe they rise in price. That's the only thing I can come up with. Anything else, I just don't understand why this card price is moving up in value. This is a bad buy, and if you're looking to buy wind-ups right now, just wait. This price will go down in value, especially after Nationals. Up next, Jedi Master Diamond is actually lower than its current market price. Market price was 10.5. Price is showing stabilization, and then it was around 4s. And the reason why is because everybody pulled out of Gem Knights because FTK technically died. But like I said, if you go on Facebook and the Gem Knight Facebook group, yeah, they're working on an FTK. Supposedly, the rumor is Gem Knights have an FTK that they utilize Nightmares, but we have to see. But yeah, it's actually $6 under its current market price because everyone listed all their Gem Knights. My Xavier Invoker is another card that I would say consider you picking. Advise you might want to pick up. Now, obviously, you get a Battle Light Revenge. Comes for about $1. It's up to you. But I think it's generally a good card. And you can play this trying to play it. It's obviously has a printing in Battle Light Revenge as a secret rare, as well as its other printing Konami website in Order of Chaos. I personally like the Order of Chaos. Oh yeah, it also came out in Duel Saga, which is nice ultra rare in Duel Saga. In Order of Chaos, which is the original printing, unlimited's around $1 and change, and like lightning plates anything $1.70. I personally like the Order of Chaos version. I got 2. But yeah, it's just a good card in general. Whether it's gonna see play right now, in the future, or in the long future, I still think this is a great card. I highly recommend you guys pick it up right now when it's really low. The last card I want to talk about is Mystical Space Typhoon, and how the fact that nobody saw this coming, except even me, until like a little while ago. The market price for MST is about $20. Price just on stabilization. We know that in the OCG, Sky Strikers are running 2 of these, to 3 of these. We're seeing some Twin Twisters being mixed in with MSTs. We're seeing Cosmic Cyclone being mixed in with MSTs. But nevertheless, Mystical Space Typhoon is back. It's coming back, and the OG is came back, and there's a good chance it will see play here. And this is the highest version of MST. Looking at it, I lightly played, they're about $26. That's high, $6 higher than its current market price. And then it bombs out around like $31 at the bottom of the page. Mind you, there's one, and there's 2 play sets. After that, have fun finding your ulti MSTs on TCG Play. You can't because it's sold out. That's pretty high in value. Look at the other ones. There's one from Spell Ruler, but that's a retarded version. You get Magic Ruler. Spell Ruler is something that Konami had changed because Magic Gathering is being little bitches. But looking at this right here, guys, this would be the second highest price, which would be Gold's version of Mystical Space Typhoon. Holding around $7 in the price trends. Price trends showing stabilization. Actually, look at that in the price trends. It's starting to flicker a little bit, which means it's actually starting to go down a little bit. But when you look over here, guys, it's still holding that $7. After the $7, it goes right into $8, and it's higher than $662 market price, meaning that YuGiOh players are already starting to get Mystical Space Typhoons. If you haven't gotten it yet, you might want to consider getting it. Also, real quickly, guys, I'm doing a live stream right now, so about 80 of my friends are watching right now. So there's a good chance this might have went up in value. Maybe if you want to join me on Twitch and hit the follow button, you'll be alerted when I do these kind of live streams. Also, if you're on YouTube, hit the little notification bell, let you know when I do my live streams, so you can be able to see these, and hopefully these prices won't get too crazy high. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching my market watch. I know I talked about a lot of stuff, random stuff here, and I really appreciate you guys watching the full video. Please make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed before, hit the like button, and comment below. I read every single one of your comments, and I would love to read your comment. I read every single one of the comments. I'm not fucking around. And evidently, every now and then, someone likes to test me and put in like, "Are you reading this comment?" And I reply back, "Fucking yeah, I'm reading it right now." So like that happens, but I read every single one of your comments, mostly when I'm in the shitter. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Your boy V here. Guys, have a great day.